Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Crowder now to return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. And who we got? 25. Check 25. Check 25.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 3. Check 3.
On the ground, this is Johnson. A nice little juke. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
through
now they
that.
have that opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
218, chopper. Smooth. Monday.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He gets this one to Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check 3. Lady. Motion. Pop. Yo, lady. Hey. I-7. Check 99. Back.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
50 seconds. 50 seconds.
3rd and 2, Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rosen. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rosen will throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hurry! Middle. What do you got? Hey, switch gears.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. He's got his man. It's Williams. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Check.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
And oh, he coughed it up. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Going to run the jet sweep. Callaway with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 12-yard line.
Mike 57, Mike 57. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
They give to Johnson going right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
55, Mike 57. I don't think you got it, sir. Man, ain't he? 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. That's it.
Now it's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Antonio Callaway, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Grant. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. You're not ready. You're not ready. No. Alert flare.
Here's Darnold. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down, New York.
Here you go, son. 20, Mike, 20. Hey, come on, yo. Yo, lady.
Darnold on first down. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
I got it. Slip. Hey, 80. Go. Mike 20, Mike.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half, as they'll stop him behind the line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Double time. 4 down. 52, 80, 52. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Switch it.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And an alley to run. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And the Jets first down.
You draw quarter.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
57, Mike, 57.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. Lady, 57. Who that?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 5 now. Rosen going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to look deep for more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's
8 ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Again, it's Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Fitzpatrick on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Here's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Coming to you. Coming to you.
On 1st down, Drake. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
6-6. Pull it high.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Rosen. And that is incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Five. Under 10.
4th down. Here's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
80 weapon.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Darnold now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Harris. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
57, run. Switch up. Deuce. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
We got this over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Mike, 53. Hey, alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
You must be dreaming.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. 2 yards.
Right back to Drake. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Running, it's Drake. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line.
I know you feel that.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Rosen to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Hey, check 24.
Now Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Watch twist. Hey, Delaney.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Twist on him, grab him. Win the rep.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Chandler Catanzaro on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now Rosen back into his end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Mike 57. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for